This is the, believe it or not, this road used to carry virtually no traffic. And this is my original mailbox. And I see that there's a place for a book of matches. That's kind of interesting. I don't know why that would be there. But this mailbox was, there's a picture in the cottage of them basically christening the mailbox and putting it up here for the first time. And they carried it on a stretcher, and I think the thing weighs a ton. And they don't make mailboxes like this anymore. And that, again, the real deal. This is real. These are real logs. And you couldn't make a cabin out of them, but you can make a mailbox out of them. Look at all the cars. Look at them. They're just one right after another. 5 of them that I can see.
Let's go down.
And where are they going? Where are they coming from?
I think this is one of my favorite parts.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to turn in too fast after a night at Shorts.
I can still remember the first time I arrived here, 1965, 66, whatever it was. We came to visit Aunt Josie. My mom did. We didn't know who she was. And we never heard of her before, and we heard she had this place on Torch Lake, whatever. We didn't know anything about Torch Lake. We were from Toledo, we were just hicks. And came down this driveway and said, this is pretty cool stuff. And they had the so-called guardrail there, and you know, it's just decoration. More natural material to add character to the place. Well, if you walk around the grounds, you'll find all kinds of stumps like these, where trees have come and trees have gone, and there have been many come and go. And if you look at the ground out in the south side of the driveway, you can see there's just trees that have fallen, and trees have been left, trees have fallen, trees have been left, and you can see trees in varying degrees of falling and life and death, and that's the way it works. That's the way they're going to stay until October. My guess is that you'll be able to see the street when it's done in October. Or in a year or two, whatever it is.
So we started our tour originally on the front, but now, or on the front of the house now, this is the back of the house. But to you kids, it was the front?
Well, now here's the cottage itself, the Minisa cabin. Not really a cabin, it's a very large log cabin. And I wonder how much of it was actually here.
I'm running low on battery.
In 1929, I think they may have added to it. That section to the left looks kind of new.
Let's go in quick.
And the section to the right. And you can see that Gus and Mary have done a terrific job of maintaining it. You can see right here that they, re-tuck pointed it, or whatever they call it, to a log cabin, and stained or varnished the wood, the log, so that they'll last longer. Otherwise it would just rot it away just like any other log.
We're almost out of battery, so we're going to walk into the living room.
And this is the inside of the house. And here's the fireplace, which was, that's where Aunt Josie sat right there and talked to my mom for an hour or two while us kids went and did our thing, whatever we did. And that fireplace is huge. I'm 6 foot tall, and it's almost 6 feet across. The opening, the fireplace itself is 10 feet, if it's an inch. And you notice all the furniture, all the furnishings. Nothing here came from Art Van. Nothing came from, everything in here is at least 50 years old. At least 50 years old. Not to say that nothing was replaced over the decades, but by and large, it's true to its roots.
Hard to see without much light, but...
And you'll see the banisters are birch. Birch is, I've always had a soft spot for birch wood. And I think it's because of this cottage, because there's birch wood throughout it. On towel racks, on chair rails, on stairways, everywhere you look there's a birch. And you'll see wood everywhere because the whole place is nothing wood and nothing but wood. And we found earlier a listing of all the property from their house in Detroit, which was kind of the high-end part of Detroit as I put together the pieces. And I suspect that some of the pieces that were listed for $100 and $200 of furniture in that insurance listing are in this house as we speak. I don't know which ones, but you could probably add a 0 or 2 to the end of all of them, and you would have something of the value. And then take a look at these high chairs here behind you. Nothing